All right, so you turn it on, and then you hit the hydraulic button.
All right, look. Turn it on. Hit the hydraulic button. And then that head will go up. Oh, it don't went up because the first time I cut it on.
Okay.
All right, then you got.
So you hit the grinding backward button, it'll go up.
Well, it'll go up by itself when you first cut it on because it kind of seeps down when it's cut off. That's the only issue with it.
Down.
But like you got 60 teeth in this blade right here.
Mm-hmm.
So you put this on 60. Then you push it right there now. On the form thing, when you're setting up the saw, you keep it on 1. But when you get ready to grind it, you put it on 6. And then you just do the set button. You know, and it'll be right. But you can't, when you let the head down and up, on 6, it won't turn the motor on.
So you got to set it up right now.
Yeah. So now you push the feed pile forward. This is too forward, that button right there.
It's called what?
Well, I call this the feed pile.
Right.
But when you got to let the feed pile go up, like it's advanced the tooth forward. But sometimes you got to push this what about that thing licking down, you got to push on that, make it go up, and then you push that one.
Okay, so grinding forward will raise it up, and then also tooth forward.
That's right. And then you undo this right here. Well, let's see what saw we had on that last time. It might be. Now it's got to come down. Undo that. Put the blade on that. And then you want to raise it up with this handle. Put that feed paw out in the middle of the tooth. Then you tighten it up over here.
About halfway up on the tooth?
That's right. Then you push this down. And then
you clamp it right there.
Yeah, and then you got to figure out the spacing from this tooth to that tooth. And that's to do with this right here. So I got it marked right there for 60. So it'll be pretty close if you put it right there. You know, you got to undo this. And you push this in and out. Now this thing right here will get built up under it. But it's pretty clean now. But if it get to acting where it don't want to push, you got to get some lacquer thinner and wipe it off good. Just push that right there about 60. And then tighten it back down. You know, just snug it. You ain't got to be hard on it. But you're going to have to always keep this thing going up right here for it to do right. And then that's your tooth backwards, that's your feed paw. So now you want to look and see that it's come past the next tooth that it's going to catch.
Mm-hmm.
Right, see right here?
Right.
All right, then you're going to go forward with it and advance a few teeth and make sure everything's looking right about the feed paw being in the right position, in the right.
So it's got to get out of the way of the wheel coming down too.
It'll move back when you grind each tooth. The feed paw move the new tooth forward and it'll move out the way and then the head comes down.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you get that part set up. Then you got to, you want me to do that again about the feed paw?
Yeah, hit the buttons over here.
Well, you got tooth forward. It's already forward, so backwards. And then you go to the forward and then backwards.
Okay.
But when you got to have it back, you know, to grind the tooth. So now you got to get your hook angle.
Okay, so this is going to be the tilt right here.
That's right. And I could kind of eyeball it, but it's a little too far right now, so we're going to put it on that 10. And that's on the top grind or the face grind, which we facing, so we want to mash that button and it'll make it go that way. And you mash the other one, it goes down, you know, if you got more hook angle. But you got these 10, 20, you know.
What's a typical saw like this one?
About 10 or 12, just, you know, the normal saw. So we go back towards the.
That's about 11 right there, 12.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it right down on 12. And then when you come down in here, you got to look at the tooth after you face the tooth and see that it's right, you know, if it's.
That it's grinding even.
That's right. So.
And hitting the whole tooth.
And this handle here don't normally move, but you want to make sure that it's back this way all the time. And then.
You mean this lever?
Yeah.
Which way is it supposed to be?
Just like it is.
Towards you?
Yep.
What's that do?
Well, that makes.
Locks
if you push
down
it the
that
other
wheel?
way, it'll lock the wheel down, but it don't work quite right. And I just always leave it up here. I don't ever do that, locking the wheel down. But like right here, it says down is away from it, but you might want to rewrite it. But if you turn it this way, it takes it off of the tooth. And when you turn it toward the wall, it's making it go toward the grind on the tooth. You know, this head right here is coming like this.
Okay.
So you're making the grinding wheel go.
So the angle stays the same, but it just moves back and forth like this.
That's right. That's right.
To get it fine tune it.
Yeah. You know, to get it grinding. So you always turn this away, and then you're gonna mash the grinding forward. So when you mash this button, it'll come down and the wheel will cut on. So you want to come down in there. But the next thing you got to make sure is that the gullet, you know, the tooth don't come down in there.
It don't bottom out.
It don't bottom out. It's fit to bottom out if I kept going, and you'll mess your wheel up. But then you got to adjust this knob. There's a little knob down here you got to turn that locks it and get it. But you turn it down to make it not go down. You know, you turn this thing down so it lessens the length of the wheel going down.
So it'll shorten it.
Right, that's right, short. So you tighten that up there a little bit, and then you want to go back up with the tooth and make it grinding backward and then grinding forward. That lets the head up and down. So we're gonna come back down in there and make sure that it don't hit. But just barely, you know, right there where it needs to be at. You want to go down as far as you possibly can, or you'll make a little kit on the bottom of the tooth. It won't face it all out just right.
It won't look right, but it'll still cut.
That's right, that's right. All right, so now I got all that part. I'm gonna turn the wheel toward the wall and let it start to hit the tooth. Just, you know, go down.
So now you're moving it, you're moving the grinding wheel to the left.
That's right, to make contact with the tooth. All right, then I'm gonna go down one more time. If I'm mashing this button up,
it's still bottoming out.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn this up a little bit, or down. All right, now we want to look at the tooth and see that it, you know, looks the same from the top to the bottom.
Grinding it even.
Right, it ain't fat at the top or narrow at the bottom. It look pretty good right there.
And that'll make the hook angle. It's right when you're doing the
That's right.
even grind.
That's right. So I'm gonna come down in there one more time, back that bottoming out. I got it now. It's grinding on the tooth. So we're gonna go ahead and turn on the water. The coolant right there.
Okay, so you press that button.
We got to get this in the right spot.
What's it aiming at? The tooth is getting ground?
That's right. Now I didn't put no grinder fluid in this water the other day when I changed out this tank. I just put some water in there. I had like 2 saws to face. I didn't know what that man was gonna get this thing or not. I didn't want to waste that grinding fluid.
Right, we could have used it on the
knife grinder. That's right. So you might want to put a little bit of that in here if you're gonna keep this thing.
Well, we got these 3 saws. It ain't gonna hurt nothing.
So just get it like right down that tooth.
You can control the flow right here with that.
Yeah.
So it ain't just hosing it down.
That's right. And it's kind of aggravating if you don't get it just right. It won't put out enough, and then you get it too much. Don't put it right there. That's right. And then you just you know, you got to put the foam on 6.
Okay.
Then you push that set, and then you're gonna have to, when that light's blinking, that means it's ready to start. But you got to make this head go up. Then you hit the start button.
So he's got to have a good starting spot.
Yeah, then you know we're gonna turn it in a little bit. Just gonna make sure that it's gonna grind pretty good. Well, we might just leave it right there. You know, like grinding a little heavier. But you know, normally I would put this thing on 120 teeth because I'd go around and saw more than once. But I take off a little bit. You know, you don't want to take off no more than you have to. But when it goes around one time, see how the water's doing. When it goes around one time, you check it. But it's normally, you know, I don't grind too heavy on no saw.
That's better on the wheel.
That's right, and that customer saw blade, you're not taking away unnecessary carbide. He can get another sharpener out of it down the road.
But if you don't care about it, you just go ahead and wear it down.
Yeah, but then you're wearing your wheel out. So, and then if you get it too heavy, it'll stall the machine out. If it like ever arrows out, because it's too much to get on a heavy tooth or something, you just have to turn it off. Then turn it back on and hit the hydraulic button and it'll raise up. You know, you have to reset your tooth count and all that. All right, so that's good right there. So you didn't even walk away from that.
Go to work.
Go to working on something else.
All right, so stop.
All right, now on this here knife grinder.
Well, first of all, let's go get the knives.
Yeah.